Welcome guys to a brand new video. Today's video it's been the first one in quite a while, but we are back and we're about halfway through the Premier League season, and I just thought as we're about halfway through I'd rank every Arsenal player so far this season. It's going to be interesting. We have not had the best of seasons, bar a few decent results here and there. Ones include the win at Old Trafford, win against Chelsea. Apart from that, hasn't really been much to shout about this season, and that's been well documented how poorly we've been, especially in the winter months. But let's just get onto it. I've not planned this whatsoever. We're just going to go in. I'm just going to talk about each player as I go along. And starting off with Granit Xhaka. Now, Granit Xhaka isn't just one player who I've had mixed thoughts about ever since he came in. He was brilliant towards the end of last season, as was so many of these guys. Start of this season, I thought it was alright. The turning point for me is the red card against Burnley, which was obviously terrible and one of the main reasons why we lost that game. However, since he's come back into the side, he's been very, very good, very impressive. His performance against Chelsea, West Brom, and Brighton were all very, very good. Came on against Newcastle in every cup, was very, very good. And in the recent 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace, he was, in my opinion, probably our best player. Certainly defensively dealt very well with Wilf Zaha, whenever he obviously didn't dive onto the floor like a maniac. Oh god, Zaha. Anyway, I'm going to put Xhaka in average. I think he's had an okay season. Just classic Granit Xhaka, really. Moments of brilliance and moments of stupidity. Joe Willock, unfortunately, it's a weird one with Joe because, like a lot of these guys, also, I haven't mentioned the tiers as well. I should probably mention this. We've got Player of the Year worthy, good, average, not good enough, and then, in the words of Claude, it's time to go. But moving on back with Joe Willock. Joe Willock's one of the ones where it's going to be quite a few of these guys where in the Europa League he's been very solid, in Europa League and Cups he's been very decent. Especially in Europa League, he's got goals, he's got assists. But when he's been given chance in the Premier League, he's been nothing short of poor. So again, I'm going to put him in average. If we're talking about this isn't just Premier League, this is throughout all competitions. And he has been okay he's been pretty good in like the Europa League, so I'll give him that. But to be honest, in the league, when he's been given his chances, he just hasn't delivered. Now this is an interesting one, Willian, and I don't really have much else to say apart from I prefer not to speak. Moving on, Kieran Tierney for me, player year worthy. I think for me. There's going to be I think there's going to be 2 or 3 maybe joining him in that list. I think, the thing is like with Tierney, if I put him in good, I think this being, like, unfair to him. If I put him in player year worthy, maybe, I don't know, I think I'm leaning more towards player year worthy. I love this man so much. This guy is everything we need right now in our football club. His commitment, his attitude is also brilliant, and that's not even without talking about his footballing ability, because oh my god, this guy is quality. Yeah, moments of brilliance last season, however, he struggled a bit with injuries, but now this season he's really starting to look like the player which Celtic fans were raving on about for years, and it's really, really good to see. He's been absolutely fantastic this season, and I can't believe he's only got 2 assists. That's just down to our struggles. Just like the amount of quality crosses this guy puts in every game is superb, and it's an absolute crime he's only got 2 assists. But what a player he is! Socrates, I can't even put him in. He's not played a game. Emil Smith Rowe, right, hasn't really had many opportunities this season to struggle with injury, but recently he has broken into side and has been absolutely fantastic. Given a chance in the number 10 position, and he is taking it with both hands. I'm going to put him in good. Been very great recently. Obviously came to the rescue for us in the FA Cup third round against Newcastle. Hopefully he can do the same on Monday night. I'm recording this on Sunday, so we play Newcastle tomorrow. I'm really hoping he does what he did in Newcastle in the FA Cup. Saliba, again, he hasn't played, so I can't rank him. Bukayo Saka, and again, I'm going to have to put him in good. Very, very close to player of the year worthy for me. Maybe even in there. Do I move? I think I'm going to put him in there. I think. Yeah, I'm going to put him in there. What can I say about this guy? He is absolutely fantastic. He's only 19, but if I didn't know who he is, if I just showed this to some random guy who didn't know who he was, and you wouldn't think he's 19 years old, he's everything that he needs to make it to the top. And I'm not even being joking. He can win the Ballon d'Or. He is a potential to be that good. Incredible once again from the Bukayo Saka, and I can't wait to see what he has coming forward. Alex Ronson, our new backup goalkeeper, signed from, I think it was Dijon. Dijon, I don't know, some French team for £1 million in the absence of Emiliano Martinez. And to be honest, right. So when people think of Ronson now, they'll think of the League Cup 4-1 defeat to Manchester City, in which he was probably involved with almost all 4 of the goals. But in the Europa League, I don't think he's been that bad. So I'm not gonna put him. It's time to go. I think that'd be harsh. I think he's got potential to be a decent goalkeeper. I think, but right now he's just not good enough. So we're gonna put him in there. Nicola Pepe, and alright, this is a weird one. I've defended this man so much. I do think there's a really special player in there, but right now he just hasn't shown it. For me, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's Arteta's style of play just doesn't suit him. Maybe it's just the Premier League doesn't suit him. But in the Premier League, again, this season he's failed to deliver, and it is really unfortunate because I do think he's got the potential to be a very good player. In the Europa League, like Joe Willock, he's been very good, so I am going to put him in average. But if it was Premier League alone, I would put him in not good enough, unfortunately, but because he has been very good in Europa League and Cups, I will put him in average. Thomas Partey. Now, this is an interesting one because we haven't seen much of him. Unfortunately, he's really struggled with injuries this season. So much excitement when he signed, and he does look like a very good player. And I'm putting him in good. That's Ozil. Partey, I will put him in good because what we have seen of him, especially that man match, where he's got man match against Rapid Vienna and Manchester United, he has been very good, and I really look forward to seeing more of him in the future. Ozil. Oh no, we've got Eddie. Right, Eddie, again, I'm going to put in average because very similar to Joe Willock. In the Europa League, he's been very decent scoring goals, but in the Premier League, he's failed to deliver, to be honest. Yeah, anyway, moving on. We've got Ozil, and again, I can't rank him. Obviously, I'm recording this the day after the news broke, which he's going to be joining Fenerbahce. I might do a video on that. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll save my Ozil thoughts for that video. Reiss Nelson, a player I'm a big fan of. I really like Reiss Nelson. Again, like Joe Willock, Eddie, like a lot of these Hairland youngsters in the league, he has had many opportunities, and when he has failed to deliver, to be honest, but he has been very good in the Europa League, so I will put him in average as well. Mustafi, can I rank him? I'm going to put Mustafi in average as well, because he hasn't really played in the Premier League, but he's played in Europa League and done solid. Gabriel Martinelli, again with Partey, struggled with injuries. Yeah, picked up that, I think it was an ankle injury towards the end of last season, which kept him out for a few months. He's back now, and I love this guy. What a player. Again, like Bukayo Saka, he's so much potential. What we've seen of him this season has been very good. Pablo Mari, and I'm going to put him in good. I think ever since he come into the team in the last few games, he's been very good, and I rate this guy very highly. I think he probably could be our best centre-back, apart from Gabriel, really. I think I would really like to see us partner these two together, but I think the only issue maybe is because they're both left-footed, but I think Pablo Mari has been very good this season, and I think he's worthy of that spot. Ainsley made the last. Right, another Hairland youngster. I say youngster, he's probably, I think he is the eldest of all of these Hairland guys. 23 now, a player I really like. Started the season brilliantly, got in a man of match against Community Shield. Obviously, right now, people's thoughts of Ainsley Maitland-Niles aren't the best after his poor performance against Crystal Palace. I'm going to put in things. I don't actually think it's been that good, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, to be honest with you, this season, unfortunately. So I'm going to put him in not good enough. He is a good player, but unfortunately this season he hasn't been brilliant. He hasn't been great apart from that Community Shield performance. Matt Macey is just left for Hibernian, actually. I wish him all the best there, but he hasn't played, obviously. But wish him all the best over in Scotland. David Luiz, I think he's been alright this season. I think David Luiz is like Xhaka, is a player which one moment he can be really good, next game he can be really poor. However, I think when he's played this season, David's been okay, actually. So fair play to him. Bernd Leno, what else do I need to say? I think, for me, I'm going to put him in good. I'm not going to put him in player year worthy, but he's like the highest of good. I think the only thing keeping him down is the poor performance at Rapid Vienna, in which he nearly cost us a game, but thankfully we ended up winning that one 2-1. But this guy is so good. For the last 2.5 years he's been at this club, the amount of times this guy saved us, pulled of quality saves, and he deserves a better defence in front of him. Our defence has improved under Arteta, but we still need better defenders. And oh my god, I'm running out of words to describe how good this guy is, man. Quality saves week in, week out, incredible. What a goal, and we're lucky to have a goalkeeper as good as him. Alex Lacazette, I love this man so much. I really love Lacazette. His work rate is brilliant. He's a great finisher, And recently he's been very good. However, he's right. This was when Laka. He started the season very well, 3-3, dropped off a lot towards the mid of the season. Became a bit of a joke, missed a lot of key chances. However, this season recently picked up 5 goals in 5 goals in his last 5 games. Very, very good. Okay, and I really do think we play a lot better with him, with his link up and hold up play. I think it works really well with our system. I'm gonna put him in good. I think he's our top scorer this season in all competitions, which really isn't much to say shout about, but I'll put him in good. Lacazette. Kolasinac hasn't really played. He's left now, so I'm guessing it's time to go. I guess. Super Rob Holding. I'm gonna put him in good. I think he's an alright season. Rob Holding when he's played. He's played a lot of football actually. Maybe people didn't expect how he plays as many games as he has, but he's come in and done a solid job actually. I think recently signed a new deal as well, which is really good. I really like Rob Holding. Is he the answer to our defensive issues? No, but he's a good squad player, good guy as well, and yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll put him in good. Gabriel, player of the year worthy. What do I need to say? He's won 3 player of the month awards for crying out loud. What a sign this guy's proved to be. He's picked up the record against Southampton, was a bit of an issue. Got COVID as well, but before that, absolutely superb. Man of match performances against Fulham, Man United. You know, oh, this guy is so good. What a signing he's proved to be, and long may it continue. Mo Elneny, a bit of a cult hero for me. Met him, was lucky enough to meet him. And I really do, I like this guy a lot. I don't think he's very good. That's the problem. I think he's very too conservative with his play. I think he needs to just pass it forward more. Is basically what I'm trying to say. But I love his work rate. I love his commitment. He loves the club, and he's just an all-out, just nice guy. He was brilliant against United as well, but I'm gonna put him in average. I think. Callum Chambers hasn't really played, so I'm not gonna mark him. Cedric again, average. I think he's an alright squad player. When he plays, he's just an average player, really, Cedric. He just gets a right back, does his job. The issue I have with Cedric is I don't think he's quick enough. I don't think he's like the sort of fullback which can get up and down, up and down, up and down, like for example Kieran Tierney. But I think he's pretty decent defensively. Going forward, not that great, but he's an alright. He's just average, really. Danny Ceballos, right? This is an interesting one. I think he's been okay, but he hasn't been as good as what he was towards the end of last season when we got him back. I was very excited when we got him back because I thought he'd continue his form, fantastic form from the end of last season. Unfortunately, it hasn't been the case, but I don't think he's been bad. He was very good against Crystal Palace as well. I'm going to put him in the low end of average. Hector Bellerin, for me, it's interesting because, right, Hector Bellerin, like Granit Xhaka, one game, he'll be great. Next game, he'll be poor. One game, he'll be great. Next game, he'll be poor. He's just too inconsistent for me, and he's had good games, he's had bad games, especially against Spurs. I'm going to put him in not good enough, unfortunately. For me, I think we do need a new right back. I don't think he's good enough. I do feel bad for him. I don't think it's entirely his fault. He's had 2 terrible injuries. He's lost a lot of his pace, which obviously was probably his main attribute. I do feel a bit bad for him, but for me, he's just not been good enough this season. And finally, we've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the skipper, and unfortunately, it really does pain me to say this, but I'm going to have to put him in not good enough. And that's mainly down to what we know he can do. This season, I don't know what's happened. It's just not been his year. He's scored some goals. He scored a big goal against, obviously, United. He scored a great goal against Liverpool in the Community Shield and against Fulham. But for me, this season, it's just not been good enough. I think most Arsenal fans will agree with this. And I know a lot of Arsenal fans will agree with me in saying that it really does pain me to say this because I absolutely adore this guy. What a player! We know what he can do. We know what he's been absolutely fantastic since we signed him. He's a great, fantastic player, fantastic person, and a very decent captain. But I don't know, man. It's just I think some people think it's because to do with the new contract. I don't think it is. I just think it's just a bad run of form. Hopefully he'll overcome it. He did score against Newcastle in the FA Cup. Unfortunately, he didn't score against Crystal Palace. Maybe he'll score tomorrow. I don't know. I really pray he does because I really hope this man gets scoring again. But that is going to be my list. A lot of people on average. Maybe a bit more people in good than what I thought there was going to be, but that is going to be my list. I'm probably going to do a video on Ozil soon, because just give my thoughts on that transfer. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll do some more in the future, maybe a bit more regularly, I don't know. Obviously we are in another lockdown, so I've got a lot of time to do videos. Hopefully I will. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.